some of the chocolate mousse, drop it into liquid nitrogen. It's super freezing down there. You can hear it's already hard and frozen when it hits the glass. Little drizzle on top. Top with a little almond. There you are.
It's just amazing. And you know what makes this amazing is all of the people over the years who've been a part of this to make this festival here in Orlando, which when we think about years ago, you know, it was known for its theme parks and really not much about food and beverage. And now we are claimed as one of the best food and wine festivals in the country. You know, Wine Aficionado this year actually said that this is a destination to go to. And, you know, I personally think that it's so amazing because the talent that we have here in Orlando, just Orlando in general, is just amazing. And it's really grown over the years. And it's really, really great to see our community come in the forefront in the food and beverage world. So I could talk about that for a whole hour. But go ahead and bring it back about what we're here today. We're here today to celebrate 20 years of the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. And once upon a time, when this festival started, like I said, you know, it was a very, very smaller type of festival. We had marketplaces outside in the World Showcase area, and then we had some areas located throughout the park, you know, where we had seminars and beverage seminars, culinary seminars, and then over in Odyssey, which was a quick service restaurant at one time, you know, that's where we had gatherings like this. And you could barely get maybe 300 guests. And today at this event, we have almost 300 guests, which is just amazing how we've grown. And with the other event, the Party for the Senses, it winds up, you know, where we have this full room filled with guests. So it's really amazing. This year, our dates are going to be from September 25th through November 16th. And generally on Sundays through Thursday, the park will be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. On select Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, Fridays and Saturdays, it will be open till 10 p.m. And then the Wine and Dine Half Marathon, once again, will be towards the later part. So it's really exciting to see the Wine and Dine Half Marathon continue to return. This year, celebrating 20 years, there are so many different things that we have, and we're going to be talking about those today. From the food and beverage, the festival wine, food and beverage. This year we had over 20 different food items that are new and 20 different beverage items. And one of the things that's a real special thing that I have to tell you a little story about, you know, last year we were talking about with the 20th anniversary, or 20th year, wouldn't it be wonderful to have our own private label? So, I just have a couple of bottles like this here, but we have our own private label. It's a Chardonnay, 100% Chardonnay from Napa Valley, and a 100% Cabernet Sauvignon from Paso Robles in California as well. And I really, really wish that we would have had the opportunity to taste these wines, but a couple weeks ago, unfortunately, they were just bottled. And usually with wine, oh my God, no way, no way. I got some great news. You all are going to have a sneak peek today to taste these wines. This is so awesome. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. One of the things I have to tell you, these wines were just bottled like a week and a half ago. And in the processing, when wines are bottled, they have to like rest for a little bit. And resting means, you know, a couple months before they're actually brought from the wineries to the areas that they were going to be coming to. And we were not scheduled to have this wine delivered to us until August 1st, and then it would be sitting in the warehouse that it's at for another month before the festival would come. So today, as a very, very special treat, you get to taste these very special wines that will be part of the Food and Wine Festival.
All right, welcome everybody. I hope you all have a good lunch here. We'll start with a few of the newer offerings coming up. This was a rather unique menu to put together this year because we tried to go a little bit nostalgic and bring back some old favorites. And also, we had to invent a few new menus as well. Africa, which is here just about every year, we've actually changed up a little bit. We've actually gone with a buttered chicken, and we're going to serve it with some naan bread. Brazil is basically, it's a meat pie, kind of like a shepherd's pie we put together, but it's mashed yuca along with ground beef. Very traditional in that country. Farm fresh, we had so much response from the hash last year, the bacon hash. You could smell that cooking 100 yards from either side of the kiosk. So we brought the bacon back again, a nice Newski double apple smoked bacon, but we put it in loaded mac and cheese. There's just no way that can be any good. Now, New Zealand, we changed up. Normally, we had the venison sausage for the last few years, but we decided to kick it up a little bit, and we're actually going to do a venison strip loin. So we get a couple nice slices of venison strip loin, along with a wild mushroom marsala sauce. Those that haven't had that particular
So when you take the pork out, this is the pork that will be in the bottle.
What we like to do is feel that we're serving restaurant quality food in a fast food environment, in a kiosk environment. So we're very, very proud of that.
And some of the new offerings this year, returning this year, we have Dominican Republic. And they were here in 2007. I know some of you who've been through the festival over the years had that great experience of seeing them here. Well, they're going to be returning in the same location or approximate location. But this year, once again, the WDI engineers under Michael Wells and his team have just done a phenomenal job. We're not able to release yet what that's going to look like, but I will tell you, what we've seen so far is really going to be awesome. And Chef Michael's going to talk a little bit about the food offerings there.
The interesting part about this one is also we're kind of moving into the future world area. So this will be where Puerto Rico was last year. So obviously I'm not Dominican, but I have plenty of cast, and we have such a diverse cast here at Walt Disney World, where I was able to tap into my Dominican cooks. Okay, what does this look like to you? And it took about a month and a half of dialing in, keep trying, and we pretty much settled on this recipe as being very, very authentic. The first one is a mango, which is essentially just mashed plantains. It sounds very simple up front, but when it's put together with the roasted pork, the pickled onions, and the avocado, very, very traditional in that country. The other one is the yuca souffle. Now this one was fun to do. I actually had one of the ladies say that I make it better than my mother, and which I told her, don't ever say. That was the first thing we learned in culinary school. Don't go back home and say you're better cook than your mom. But this one was a lot of fun, and we're doing just a griddled cheese on top. Very, very traditional dish. Then the seared grouper, which we tried today, in the coconut sauce. Again, a little more upscale, but on the pigeon pea rice. Again, we touched on a very, very traditional dish. We want to get a seafood in as well. And then, of course, in that part of the world, flan. You just can't say anymore. This is really, really good one with the pineapple.
And Dominican beverages, we don't have any wines that come from there, but boy, they have some great rums. And so, of course, we have two frozen drinks that are creations that are rum-based. One is a Dominican-style pina colada, and then the other one is a sugar cane type of cocktail, very refreshing. It's made with sour mix and the rum, and then, of course, the El President beer, which today you had the opportunity of sampling that as well. Some of the other items, as we were talking, the food and wine moves to Future World. And so this is where, yay! We're going to even offer more items over at Future World. And Chew Lab kind of takes that whole philosophy of micro-gastronomy and some of the other inventive type of things that we're trying to incorporate into the future. So Chef Michael's going to talk about the cool gastronomic type of things that they're doing in that particular marketplace.
Now, in this marketplace, we actually had to develop these menus where the next slide is Choose Sustainable. They actually supply the recipes from the show. With this one, we're going to do an olive poached salmon, and then it's also going to have a bacon powder. which is baking powder. With bacon, you've taken bacon grease and made it into a powder. So you'll see a few different things here, using immersion circulators to poach the salmon in the olive oil. Again, the seared steak at York Strip, which you tried today, again, that'll be brought to temp for a short time in the immersion circulator, then quickly seared, and then sliced right in front of you. So we're trying to get that restaurant quality right up in front of you so you can actually see the food made. Now the really neat thing we're going to do there too is with the dessert. It's a chocolate mousse, but we're going to drop it in liquid nitrogen and then pull it out, crack it right in front of you, and hit it with a warm barbecue sauce. So it's really a neat effect, along with the drink as well. So we're going to have some fun with liquid nitrogen out on stage.
And this is where guests will be able to taste the Festival Chardonnay or the Festival Cabernet. Both of those will be available by the glass. In addition to tasting this beautiful drink that was created using the mezcal, and then it's kind of a cream base. And then there's also topped with a hibiscus that was actually put into liquid nitrogen. So you have this crunchy, beautiful hibiscus in a syrup type of flavor. Really fun drink, and it was a lot of fun creating it for the festival. Now the sustainable chew, that is everything all eco and inspired by sustainability. And so the items over there, once again, it's kind of like making sure that what we have there has that sustainable message. And I'm going to let Chef Michael talk about the food.
Well, for this one, we've taken pork spare ribs, and they'll be similar to what you see today, although they'll be cut basically more in half as far as the little 1 to 2 inch bite-sized stuff. Again, very the cheese, mascarpone grits, very traditional, but they're braised with fennel. Again, the Chew has given us this recipe, and we've interpreted it, and it passed their test. As far as the ricotta and zucchini ravioli, very simply made tomato sauce with that.
Yeah, this Emmy Awitty talent line is coming here during the first week of October to actually do some filming. We have been working on this for a long, long time, and this year the marketing team just outdid themselves. Angelina, I have to give you a lot of credit for that incredible job. She has been talking with them for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it came to fruition actually just recently, and now we can talk about it. So very, very excited about this, and they're going to be involved with selection of some of the Chew approved places throughout the marketplaces and the Chew Lab, and on the Rocket Burger Block Party, October 8th. That's a Thursday. So those of you who are looking forward to TGIT with ABC, put that on Devo or whatever, take that, because you're going to want to be here to see the 5 talent of the Chew here in this area at the World Showplace with the Rocket Burger Block Party. That's an event you're not going to want to miss.